Hello and welcome to Armory Digital Super Speedway in beautiful Seattle, Washington. This is the 2016 DASCAR New Year Classic. Joining me inside the broadcast booth, he's back after a holiday vacation. Chris Washer, I'm Jimmy Pinto, the voice of the Vredestien series. Chris, welcome back, and what a way to come back! Calling the 2016 New Year Classic.
Yes, it's a wonderful time to be back, as it's a very big event, Jamie, because I heard that these are completely new cars just for this event. They're not racing their DASCAR Vredestien Series cars. All these teams brought in new cars just for this event, so they're going to go balls out because they don't have to worry about their cars getting crushed for the championship, for the Vredestien Series. They're just focusing on this race because they have the big money payout, and they definitely don't want to miss that opportunity to get some cash.
No, they don't. These cars are different from their primary regular season cars. They may look the same, but these are completely different race cars. But there is a big cash payout, like Chris said, at the end of the race. Whoever wins this race is not only going to be crowned New Year Classic champion, but is going to take home $1 million.
Mm-hmm. And this race is going to be one of the classics, I think, and because a bunch of these drivers want to add this to their resume. I talked to a few drivers, and all of them said if they could win any one-off race in DASCAR, this would be one of the races for sure. And this is the, if my memory serves correctly, it's the first ever edition. So if it is, imagine the specialty of the win if they win it on the first ever time.
Well, this is the first time since season number 4 that we're running the New York Classic. A few seasons that we haven't run it, but we're bringing it back. But it's going to be made history. This is the first New Year Classic at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. So who's going to make history? We will. But we got some breaking news to handle.
I think it'll be appropriate for you to serve out the breaking news.
Yes, it will. Controversy regarding the off-track incidents outside of DASCAR Vredestien competition has seen Victory Racing, how would you put this, suspended from the series due to altercations off track following the first round of the Christmas Royals. It was a Royal quarterfinal that off-track incidents have been taking place, and Victory Racing has been slapped with severe penalties. They are not racing in the series. We are currently waiting for an appeal from Victory Racing. DASCAR officials will review it, and they will pass the news along to us once they agree whether it's denied or approved. But until then, Victory Racing is no longer in the DASCAR Vredestien series regarding a off-track incident. But currently awaiting an appeal. Haven't heard from them yet. But when we do, we'll certainly pass it along to you, whether DASCAR officials and Vredestien series officials will deem it approved or denied. But all Victory Racing drivers have been replaced. And actually, Chris, in the Royal semifinal, when these drivers made their debut, 51 car of Dylan Young, in his first DASCAR start, he advanced to the Royal final.
It doesn't surprise me because outside of DASCAR, he's a very talented driver, runs a series of his own. And he has a few championships under his belt. He's been running with the NSCRA crew a lot, and so that's where he gets experience from, and that's no surprise how he just came right into the mix and advanced his way into the next round. And with him being on this race here, he's starting a little bit in the back, but guess what? It's a super speedway. It's 29 laps. There's plenty of time to get back up into the front and race with these guys. Let's take a look at where Young is at. There he is, 38th position. That could help him. That could actually help him in the long run. In the middle is where you're going to see all of your biggest wrecks throughout the night.
Exactly. You can win from the front, from the back, from the middle, from wherever you're at, just as long as you know what you're doing come that final lap. Alright. Also regarding points that are involving the Victory Racing cars that are being raced by new drivers, the points. People were saying, where will the points go? There is a car that's locked into the chase as of now, that being the 44. Where will the points go now that there's new drivers? Here's the answer. The points are staying as they are. No points would be no new points would be started since we're already getting ready for the chase. So all points will stay with the cars and with the new drivers. With that being said, it's time for a brighter note. Chris, are you ready for the 2016 New Year Classic first DASCAR race for our Vredestien Series race of 2016?
Hell yeah, let's get to it.
I can tell he's ready. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started. 2016 is here. Happy New Year from all of us at the DASCAR Vredestien Series and DASCAR. Personally, me to you, Robert P. of course, Happy New Year. And from me to you, Chris, Happy New Year as well.
I'm so ready for exciting 2016 season of exciting DASCAR racing, and trust me, 2016 we'll probably see the sports car series, and trust me, that even gets me more excited.
Yeah, we're pushing ever so closer to the start of the VIP Pet Boost Endurance Series. In case you haven't heard, we still got spots open, so if you want to ride in there, you gotta act fast. They're going fast. Alright, butterflies in the cars as we get set for the first race of 2016, the DASCAR New Year Classic. The second annual DASCAR New Year Classic, the first since season number 4. As the pace car pulls off, Natalie Loomis will lead them off into the tri-oval. Ladies and gentlemen, we ended 2015 with the Royal Final and the Christmas Specials. Now, in the new year, the first race of 2016, we're ringing it in at the Armory Digital Super. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing for the first time in 2016.
And take a look at the 88. Got a massive jump coming off the start, coming across the Pepsi logos and Xbox. Lots of sponsorship at this track. Can't think of, but take a look at the 90 coming right back up with the 88, side by side, 2x2, all across the field, and it's definitely not looking to change.
Now, something that we have to point out here, Chris, it may look like these cars are wicked loose in the second turn. That's not the case. There's actually a little dip in the track. So, if you see these guys get wicked sideways, wicked loose, and they look like they're going to bang off each other's doors, it's that dip in the turn.
Yes, it is, and it's perfectly normal. These guys know how to handle that little dip, as
5 wide!
Whoa!
2016 so far is not disappointing.
Are they going to keep a hold of that, though?
Oh, man, somehow they're doing it. They're 4 wide. Brandon Costa in the 1, leaning all over the 25 of Chase Alexander. How are they going to do this for 27 more laps?
I tell you, Jamie, they're using every single inch on that track, and I say I wouldn't blame them. The high stakes are on the line. Trust me, a cash payout you don't want to miss here at the New Year's Eve Classic. And take a look at the 60th Soda Course, just taking the field by storm, trying to pull away.
She's pulling away. Here comes the bottom lot. Oh my God, we're 5 wide once again.
And
now we're 6 wide. Look out.
Oh no, coming into the final corner. This is a little kink on the front stretch. Lots of fans turned up to see this event. They're not disappointed so far. I don't know. Looks like the 5 wide has decreased to a 4 wide situation. Still a dangerous situation nonetheless.
Oh my goodness.
6 in the wall.
Yep.
6 in the wall.
The 6 is in the wall. That's going to split the field almost in 2, and that's going to relax things for just a matter of seconds. But
field is not exactly split. Yeah, I can see where you say the field is exactly split in 2 a little bit, but it seemed to be catching back up. But the racing, I can't believe the racing that's going on here. Passes the Sunoco sign, and Sonacore is still in charge, trying to pull away, but her efforts are in vain. And see the 8 car just trying of Eric Heiden with a oh.
Here comes the 44, JT Bryant.
Once again, that little kink, not as sharp as Daytona Talladega, but just a little turn there. Eric Heiden leads that lap. Just remind us, isn't for points. So if you lead a lap, it doesn't really count here. What really counts is the win. So basically, that's another reason for them to go all out. Because, once again, completely brand new cars, if they smash them up, as a punishment for them towards the Vredestien Series Championship, because they have an extra car for that. And also, there's no points, so they can just go all out and just get the win. Take a look at the 26. I believe that might be Tupola.
No, that's Troy Kang in car 20... yeah, 26, Troy Kang.
Jackie Tang, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, Jackie Tang leads the
4 wide.
Here we go, lap 5 of 29. We are nearing. Let's see, we have 25 laps to go here at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. And take a look at all those sponsors. Halo, Monster Energy, a bunch of gaming, video games sponsoring us as well. And take a look at those stands. You see, that's weird. The outside of those stands are not really packed. But, never mind, that's just a camera view. They're packed. Everywhere is packed.
4 wide for the race lead. Chris, this field was split in two less than 5 seconds ago. And now they're battling 6 wide.
Oh, they're a little too close, Jamie.
Little too close for comfort. They're gonna wreck if they're not. There they go!
There he goes!
Across the track, and here we go!
God!
Jackie Tang got a piece of it. Sonar Course is down there. A lot of cars involved.
Now the field is split in two for good.
A lot of good cars. There's Dishwasher, Haruka Takeda, Amayumi, Ryder Smith, Devin Whitson. A lot of cars involved. That took out a pretty good chunk of the field here, Chris. Just a massive wreck when Diana Vasquez almost got turned into the grass, came up in front of the field, and just took everybody out.
Yeah, but let's go back to the front of the field because they're still racing to the line. Take a look at 90. Nolmis leads them down, and he'll be taking them down to the restart if they don't pit.
Wow. The first caution of 2016 was a massive one. We're going to take extended replays of this. Alright, Chris, we were counting our lucky stars because they were racing 6 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide for the race lead. We knew it was bound to happen. We just didn't know how big it was going to be. Look, as they come to the line, man, if that was the finish, that would be incredible. But it's the start of the big one here. First of 2016. You see the 97 get a little loose there. Vasquez goes into the grass. Something you don't want to do in a stock car, and that's get on the grass.
Yeah, the only thing she could do is get on the grass, and sadly, it was a bad thing to do. Because she came up right on track and took out all these guys, basically pictured on your screen, out of the race. I mean, they could still probably be able to run, but they probably won't be up for winning contention.
Oh, my goodness. The 20 almost went upside down.
Yeah, he got a little air, but the good thing is, they didn't flip. And that's very amazing to the attestment of the safety of these cars.
And the safety of this track, because we've seen past races where cars have went upside down, virtually delayed reaction to the accident when they hit the banking or when they hit the apron. Take a look at the 98 view. You see, they are packed in there like sardines in a can, and then one car gets loose, and then they're all getting in. You see Brandon Cross is involved. You see Dishwasher gets into it, plows right into the back of the 20, and look at the 20 just fishtail.
Yeah, definitely a bad wreck. The 2 almost got a little air as it came down the banking as well. But once again, no flips were involved in this wreck. And a little Fox Sports 1 cameo.
Yeah, you're welcome, Fox. Let's take a look at it from another angle here from the helicopter. Look at that. The 97 doesn't miss a beat. He keeps on going, but then the wreck just takes out 3/4 of this field. You see Will DiCarlo gets through, sneaks by on the apron. Piet watches Sonocourse get nailed by the 2. Has a little bit of damage. I don't think it'll hinder his car. But let's take a look at it from the 97's view here, Chris, because this car does not skip a beat. When it comes back onto the track, it's like nothing ever happened for this 97.
Yeah, the 97 just... Oh! He was the first one involved in that wreck, but didn't really get any damage to his car, so... He did a really smart move. I mean, he tried his best to avoid, and surely it worked, as he was involved with the front pack, going down to the... That means he's going to start, if he doesn't pit, on the front. So this is very great for the 97.
Very great heads-up move and save by the 97. He'll most likely start inside the top 10 if he doesn't pit when we come back. You're watching the DASCAR New Year Classic on NBC. And welcome back to the 2016 DASCAR New Year Classic here on NBC from the Armory Digital Super Speedway in Seattle, Washington. After the big one, it's Natalie Loomis, Johnny Gardner, Tua Tupla, Dylan Young, Herschel Albert Alonso, Dishwasher a lap down, Nick Duncan, Skylar Dixon, JT Bryant, Nick Pericles, and Dylan Throw, your top 10. Where does the 97 come out in all of this? 27th. After almost taking himself out in the big wreck. We are left with 34 cars on the lead lap. You see there's some cars to the inside of the lead lap drivers. Those are the cars that can still go, but they're all locked down.
Yes, but the race is not necessarily over. I mean, if they get another caution when it gets on the lead lap, I mean, the lucky dog, then that means they get a lucky break and they'll be up with the leaders back again. But only one of those drivers that are lapped could have that chance. So, I mean, if you're a lapped car at this stage of the race, your race is not necessarily over. It's just going to take a lot more work than the people who are already on the lead lap. And see the 90 of Loomis, as you can see, he didn't pit during the caution period as we enter, I believe, which is coming into the front stretch here. Great move not to pit because it's only 29 laps, and we honestly don't know if there's going to be any pit stops during this race. And as you look on the front part of the field, at the top 5, they're mostly not really sponsored cars you would expect to see up front.
No, the top 5 is unsponsored, underfunded race cars. Then you get back to the 11th, maybe 12th, and on back you see the more funded race cars, and the veterans are back there as the green flag flies. But as it stands right now, Chris, if again, Dishwasher would be that lucky dog.
Yes, if the caution would come out again, if it goes green flag all the way until the end, then the lucky dog driver, the lapped cars should just take their chances and kiss them goodbye. I see green flag is out. We have 19 laps to go here at the Armory Digital Super Speedway for the New Year's Eve Classic. As you can see, take a look at the top 5 just zooming out and trying to get a little gap between the Group 2.
Dylan Young, car 51, he raced his way into the Royal Final, and he got privileged with a second place finish in that race, but didn't be the Royal Champion. He wants to become the New Year Classic Champion and be the first winner of 2016.
Yes, the first winner of 2016. That'll be an amazing achievement, and especially with those. Take a look at 5, 6 cars up there in the main group. So if you're a fan of cycling, you could get what we're seeing right now. You have a group up front that's pulling away from the main pack. Then you have the main pack right behind them trying to chase them down. It's kind of like a cycling race with that analogy. And so if the main group does catch him, which it doesn't look like they're doing that right now, they could honestly just zoom past them if there's enough room. If there's not enough room, then they're going to have some little bit of slowing down, and we can see some great racing as we come across the front stretch, and it's going to be 17 laps to go this time by.
Well, Chris, don't look now, but they, as these guys are racing side by side, that's allowing the second pack to start pulling a draft with this lead 6. As long as they stay side by side, that second pack will start to catch them. The second pack is not out of the race, not by a long shot.
No, not by a long shot. I knew the second pack could honestly catch up to them, but yeah, take a look. It's like a flock of geese. That's they're pulling away, as you can see of Kyle Corbett just trying to pick up the pace and catching up to them, and surely he is catching up to them as we speak, and we're going to see some great racing coming here in the next couple of laps if these guys can catch up.
Well, they are right on each other's bumpers now, Chris. Don't look now. Here comes that 54, and the pack is growing by the second, and that gap is gone. We got a pack once again.
Yes, we do, and the exciting racing has returned here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway. And take a look at the lead car, underfunded, sponsored but underfunded. And take a look, 28, never won a race in the season so far. This could be a great motivator if she can win this one.
Here comes the 92 of Johnny Garner. Johnny Garner won the 400 miler at Charlotte. But Tupla will have that lead gone unless Tupla can get a run on the outside, which Tupla is.
And Loomis back up there in the lead. Loomis has been trying to get up front and getting these laps in, seems like. But once again, laps don't count for points. So if I was the 90, I would kind of sit back and wait around lap 26, lap 27. That way you can march on, make your move, and that way you don't have your lead taken away on the last lap, because you'll probably be taking the lead off of turn number 4, something like that. That's just my personal opinion on what the 90 should do, but it seems like the 90 is doing just that, or it's just draft taking her out and letting some other, don't know the number of DASCAR, but first time it's been the lead.
10 car Nathan Hudson, haven't seen him go to victory lane since season number 7 of the... No, I believe it was season number 6. Season number 6 is the last time that car went to victory lane underneath Nathan Hudson. So, no, Nathan Hudson has never seen victory lane.
No, Nathan Hudson had never seen victory lane. Now, Super Speedway, I'm surprised he's up there, because he's normally a road course racer. He likes the touring cars and the sports cars. He never raced a stock car. Actually, he raced stock cars, but wasn't really that good on super speedways. At least not in DASCAR history. But take it is to see he's getting sucked into the draft,
Dishwasher,
losing the
traffic.
lead. Oh, this could split up the field.
And indeed it is.
I guess it's not in that front pack anymore. Loomis
got caught up behind him. Johnny Garner now being the unlucky party back there. And they're all shooting the gap, split in the middle, 3-4 wide back there. Dishwasher trying to find his, these guys are trying to find their way around him. Don't do that.
He's in the back of the pack, so if something happens here, it's not going to be major, so that's one good thing. It seems like everyone's getting around him now, but it's a little bit stretched out now. See, take a look. It's all stretched out, and we're getting to that point where strategy could be a factor.
Give a call here to Kevin, to Kev Shear here, Chris, making his second DASCAR Vredestien Series start after taking over the seat from the 33 of Daniel Voiles. Voiles has yet to appeal for his race team, but it's going to be a long review for DASCAR because there was a lot of controversy and turmoil that came out of victory racing.
Yeah, including the team owner saying, Andy Thomas actually saying the N-word, and you know, we don't really tolerate any racism here in the DASCAR Racing Series, because we have some black drivers too in this series, and we want to make it a friendly environment for all races, all ages, and NASCAR really strive to have that. It's been working quite well, but Daniel and Annie and everyone associated with them is just they're, in my opinion, shouldn't be allowed to race NASCAR anymore.
That is what I was about to say here, Chris, because DASCAR has a zero racism tolerance. If you bring racism into the series or into the organization, it will not be dealt with. You will be kicked. Any DASCAR series you're in, you will be kicked out of. And with Annie and Daniel bringing racism into the series, the DASCAR Vredestien officials decided, hey, that's not tolerable. You're not racing with us anymore.
Yes, and that also means 2 more rides have opened up in the VIP Pets Foods Endurance Series, which there's still spots open, so come on, get your rides, and there's still lots of pro cars. So these pro drivers are in this race. I mean, come on, get a ride.
Yeah, I mean, that series is going to be amazing when it finally gets underway here, Chris. Actually, we are in talks, Chris, with a very special track. Have you ever heard of Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi?
Yes, I have, and it's famous for, of course, the Formula One Grand Prix there, but also the endurance race called the Gulf 12 Hours, which is associated with the Radio Le Mans covers that race, so it's getting up there, up in the ranks, and we can have another race added to our schedule.
We could have another race added to the schedule for the upcoming season. I just can't believe that Yas Marina wants the endurance series to come there. We are happy to. We will most likely consider it, test it out, and if the drivers like it, we're going to go to Abu Dhabi for the very first time in DASCAR.
Yes, I'm sure the drivers will like it. It's a fun track. It's grade 1 on the FIA scale, so the safety will be off the charts. It will be amazing, and the racing will be spectacular to racing on a world-class circuit. It should be amazing, but Jamie, time is flying by because guess what? We have 9 laps to go.
9 laps to go, and we're talking about a track that we're not even at right now, but going back to Yas Marina, I personally sat down with the president of Yas Marina Circuit and took the old VIP Pet Foods car out onto the track. My goodness, Chris, the safety that they put into the track is unbelievable.
And also, since this is a Formula One track, they have there, and that should be amazing. Hopefully we can run it in the night, but right now we can only run it during the day, if we run it there. But the daytime won't be as bad. We'd like to run it into the night, but that's bad. That's not that bad because we have Sebring as a night race. And take a look at the 6 making the move on the inside.
Well, the Royal Champion is coming up towards the front and will not lead the lap. Skylar Dixon will, but more lap traffic.
Oh yes, more lap traffic. Dishwasher again.
Yeah, Dishwasher is pretty far off the pace. His night is done, if you may. He will not be able to race for the New Year Classic Championship, and will not race.
But I respect him though. He's keeping that car on the track. He's not really causing any problems. Like he's not wrecking out people and making them crash or making people out of the race. He's still trying to finish the race, and I respect him that because that's what Dish wants to do. He always wants to finish every race, no matter what race it is.
Exactly. You gotta give a lot of respect to Dishwasher because he will never quit. He will finish the race even if he has to bring home the steering wheel. He will finish a race by bringing the transponder on his back.
Yeah, he'll run a marathon if he has to. Pretty hard to do with this track if he's doing the banking. But take a look at the 88 trying to pull out in front of everybody, and it seems to be working right now.
Well, it's working right now, but don't count out the field. Remember, we split the field in 2, and then they, in about half a lap, they all got back together, and they were all 4, 5, 6 wide racing.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to see 6 wide racing this time around, but maybe 3 wide. That big pack still looms in the distance as we have, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 laps to go.
And the pack is starting to catch him. You see the front four are the front three are catching him, and here comes the big pack.
And the 42 also led a lot in this race so far too, and he's right behind the 88, making a move on the inside.
And now the 88 wants to go to the inside, but the 42 has the lane.
The 42 does has the lane, but we're getting that time, Jamie. People are trying to set up a strike. They want to set up a strike at the perfect time, because if you're in the lead on the last lap, it's guaranteed that you won't be able to win the race. Racing in the series, I dealt with that on personal and numerous occasions, and it sucks.
Here comes the 90.
Oh, that's Loomis. Could he timed it just right to come up front?
Can Loomis be the first female race winner of the year and be crowned New Year Classic champion? She's got Johnny Garner behind her.
Oh, things are getting set up for a supernatural finish here at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. We don't know what's going to happen. The mystery, it's just grabbing the attention of the fans here. They thought with just the 4 cars, there saw little fans on their phones, maybe posting pictures on Facebook about how awesome the race has been. But now their full attention is focused on the action on the track. Trust me, take a look at the 14 of Alonso getting by leads to lap. Let's see, 4 more laps to go. 3.
3 laps to go, 2 to go next time by. I think we're done with lap traffic. I do not know. I can't say for sure. But with only 2 to go next time by, I think we're good.
4 wide!
4 wide! For 3rd!
4 wide!
That was for 4th place. I told you, Chris. Done. Oh, my stars in heaven. Here goes the 88. Push from the 92. To the line, the 14 leads. 2 to go.
Man, what a race.
Chris is back after some technical difficulties. Chris, we got the 88 and the 92 side by side. We're coming to the white.
Oh boy, the white flag is coming out. That means they're going to have all the marbles to lose, because when the white flag comes out, the gloves come off. They don't care who they're racing with or a team owner. They don't care about a single thing right now, Jamie. They just want to win this race.
White flag is out. This time by 5 wide, 4 wide, 4 wide for the race lead, 3 wide for the race lead, and now the white flag is out. This pack is a ticking time bomb.
And guess what? The white flag out, Jamie, it means we guaranteed a green flag finish, and that's something the fans and us all want to see. And go a little close there.
Lap traffic, 2 cars, and they're 4 wide for the race lead, so pick a lane if you're going to do it. And the top lane gets held up. They may wreck behind, but we're going to focus on the race lead. Will DiCarlo, can he win it? Will DiCarlo, after injury and so much suffering in the earlier season, he's going to have to fight out the 84. I think he's going to do it. Will redemption for car number 9. He does it.
Woo! We did, boys.
Will DiCarlo,
audio.
2016 New Year's Classic champion, and $1 million richer tonight at Armory Digital.
Hey, I broke something, at least it's not my leg. Oh, Will DiCarlo, classic humor.
Man. Oh my gosh, Will DiCarlo defies the odds and gets redemption with his first win of the season. Too bad it's not for points.
It'll be amazing if it was for points, because I believe he's in the running for the chase.
I think he is, but Will DiCarlo, after breaking his leg at Daytona in the shootout, missing so many races due to injury, finally breaks the drought and wins the 2016 DASCAR New Year Classic. Wow. As a team owner, that is unbelievable.
Will DiCarlo, this is gonna, maybe not for points, but Will DiCarlo definitely has motivation now and momentum to try to win more races, to get him into the chase for the rest of. Trust me when I say this, Will DiCarlo will get into the chase if he has that momentum from next week, if he still has the same feeling as this week.
Well, he most likely will be celebrating. Hopefully he won't break another leg and have to miss the whole entire season. But he finally gets his first win of the season after battling injury at Daytona. And that's the first DASCAR Vredestien Series winner of 2016. We're going to have more.
Well, of course we're going to have more. Not every single driver is going to win the race in 2016, but it was certainly a good way to start off.
A very good way to start it off, and a great start to 2016 after ringing in the new year last night, having this race today under the lights at Armory Digital. 2016 is going to be a productive year for DASCAR. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, 2016 is a thing for new things and more improvements, and Happy New Year to all the people watching this broadcast.
Exactly. For all of us here at the DASCAR Vredestien Series, DASCAR and the whole entire NBC family, from me and Chris to you, the fans at home and watching around the world, Happy New Year, and hopefully it's a very productive year for you. That's going to wrap things up here from Armory Digital Super Speedway in Seattle. The next time we see you, it's time to go back to work and start gearing up for the chase. We got the International Tour coming up. 2016 DASCAR Vredestien Series. Keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.